So last night at the Game Awards, we got Marvel's Blade, which I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this game's gonna work out. Made by Bethesda, the same development team that created the Dishonored series, Deathloop. And I definitely want to go over a couple things. And here's one of the main topics. I'll get this out of the way before I really get into detail about this game. Will this game be coming to PlayStation? No, I don't think it will, and I don't think it should. Here's the reason why I say that. Xbox, man, they need to pick up on their exclusives. Xbox has been slacking when it comes to their first party studios and titles. They definitely need to have their own Marvel game. And considering the fact that PlayStation is keeping Spider-Man and Wolverine on the PlayStation and also PC, I think it'll be better off for Xbox to do the same with Blade. Keep it on Xbox and PC. That way, they can have their own Marvel game, and hopefully it's a success. I really do. I really want this game to be a success for Xbox, and I do have some concerns about it. One, the studio. Now, here's the reason why I say that. Not about Bethesda. I think that they're talented enough to make this game fire. My only gripe about it is the vibe of it. From the trailer, all right? I know this is a CGI trailer. This is nowhere close to what the game will probably look like, but this is probably going to be the setting of the game, all right? Most of Bethesda's studios, especially the development team behind, Deathloop and stuff like that, they have a unique artistic style. And in my opinion, like, their artistic style being that way for a Marvel game, I guess it'll be cool. I don't know. I have to see how I have to feel about it, because I would like a more realistic looking Marvel game. That way you can really be immersed into the world versus a more cartoonish looking game. I mean, I have no doubt that it'll probably play good because they're a good studio, but when it comes to like immersion wise, I don't know. And another thing that I'm a little bit nervous is, yesterday, here's a couple of details that I'm gonna talk about, and then I'll get into what I'm a little bit nervous about, is that this is gonna be a mature game. They said that, and it's gonna be a third-person Marvel game as well, which is really great. And it's gonna be set in Paris, which is another great thing. But one thing I do have to say is they also talked about you can play as Blade your own way. So I'm not too sure what they mean by that. I hope they mean like gameplay-wise, the way you want to use Blade is your own way, and not more like story-wise where it's like, oh, do it, like, because here's the thing. One thing about Bethesda, look at Starfield, for example. They are one thing about Bethesda and Xbox, they love making those games that are like, do it your own way, do it this way, where there's no direction in their games. Their games tend to be open world, where you can go from point A to C to B to Z, instead of A, B, C, D, you know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, I feel like Xbox needs games that are more linear, that say, hey, you're gonna go from point A to point B to point C. I think that a Marvel game like this should have a linear direction saying where you should go to next, while also having freedom when it comes to gameplay. That's my type of style. Like, I'm not the biggest open world guy, but open world is fine if it's done correct, right? You know what I'm saying? Like GTA 5, for example. It's an open world game, but it does it correctly. You can do whatever you want, but also the story says, hey, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this heist, you're gonna do this mission, and you're gonna do it this way, you're gonna do it this way. But in the middle of the missions, you can play it your own way at your own pace. You don't have to be forced into stealth, forced into this, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying when it comes to freedom, all right? So hopefully that's what they mean by it, and not like, oh, you can do this mission, or you can attack this group. Like, I hope it's not like a whole huge world full of enemies and you can attack different type of enemies, and some of them are kind of main story missions. Like, I hope it's nothing like that, but I could be looking into it too much. We'll see what happens when that happens. And another thing I'm not the biggest fan of, this game is nowhere close to being done. This game is going to be in development for quite a while, because it is in early development. And I cannot stand, another thing that I can't stand that Microsoft tends to do, they tend to show off games years in advance before they're even ready. For example, Indiana Jones, made by Bethesda. We have no idea what that game is. That game, didn't it get announced in 2020 or 2021? It is going on 2024. And we don't even know if it's a third-person game, a first-person game, what setting it's going to be in. We don't know anything about that game. We literally know nothing. We don't know what year it's going to be ready. We haven't seen a gameplay snippet. We haven't seen a character. We haven't seen the world. We have seen literally nothing but that announcement trailer that shows some paperwork, and I can't even remember what the trailer really looked like, but it didn't show much. So that's another thing I just cannot stand, you know? If you're gonna show off a game, let it be ready soon. See, the thing about Insomniac with Wolverine, yeah, they showed off that game. They showed off Wolverine without a release date and everything. But we already know what to expect from Insomniac. We already know that it's going to be a really good game with a nice story. It's going to be dark. It's going to be gritty. It's going to be good. And they tend to have a good release schedule with their games. So we know that that game's going to be coming out relatively soon. So when it comes to this Blade announcement, I can't really get too hyped until I see the game. And I'm more excited for this game than the concerns that I have. So I might seem like I have a lot of concerns about this game, but I don't. I really don't. Like, I will be playing this game day one. I'll probably, even if it's on Game Pass, I'll still probably buy a physical copy of the game because I'm that excited for it. But like I said, we just need to see something about the game. We need to see when it's going to be dropping, at least a year, a window, a release window or something. And hopefully they give us more information about the game. And like I said, I doubt that it'll be on PlayStation. If it is on PlayStation, cool. I'll probably pick it up for PlayStation because it'll probably be on Game Pass. But like I said, I feel like they need to keep it exclusive because they need their own games, and especially a Marvel game. They definitely need their own Marvel game to go to as theirs, you know. And Blade is definitely a really cool choice. So we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all this in the comment section. I definitely want to know what you guys think about this video, and let me know if you guys are hyped for it. If you're not hyped for it, hey, I would like to know in the comment section down below, man. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm signing out. Peace.